First on the Gulf Coast with breaking news and weather. Fox 10 Live starts now.
The main actions to take now are to prepare your family, prepare your home, and prepare your car.
We don't get a lot of opportunities to engage in a snow event, and so we're doing a lot of preparation.
A potentially historic, worst-in-years winter storm could bring damaging heavy snow and ice to more than half of the U.S. this weekend. At least 182 million people in 45 states are under alert, with more expected as the storm's footprint will stretch more than 1,500 miles from Texas to the Northeast. Record-breaking cold with dangerous temperatures and expected wind chills as low as -50 in some spots, starting to creep into the upper Midwest and northern plains already today, with the system spreading across the eastern U.S. in the coming days. New York City may get hit with the most snow it's seen in 4 years, while some in the Great Lakes expected more treacherous conditions like the ones that created this 100-plus car pileup in West Michigan this week in the south. Road and airport concerns have crews working right now, and Texas officials are confident the deep freeze won't wreak havoc on the power grid like what the state saw in 2021 when millions were in the dark. And with that, welcome into Fox 10 Live on this Thursday. We will get a check on our winter weather moving in with Hannah Fink in just a moment. But first, thanks for joining us on the show today. I'm Ashley Mitchell. Let's continue our big headlines of the day. President Trump is suing J.P. Morgan Chase and its CEO, Jamie Dimon. The $5 billion lawsuit was filed earlier today. It accuses the financial institution of closing the president's accounts for political reasons. The lawsuit was filed in Florida State Court in Miami on behalf of the president and several of his hospitality companies. J.P. Morgan telling Fox News Digital in a statement, quote, "While we regret President Trump has sued us, we believe the suit has no merit. We respect the president's right to sue us and our right to defend ourselves. That's what courts are for," end quote. The lawsuit says Trump had been a customer of J.P. Morgan for decades, and he and his affiliated entities have transacted hundreds of millions of dollars through that bank. In the meantime, the top executives from America's biggest health insurers heading to Capitol Hill today for questioning. Lawmakers from both parties want the CEOs to address high prices, a sicker nation, and the root causes of soaring health care costs. Democrats say coverage needs to be expanded because uninsured patients pay more at the ER.
Do they see a primary care doctor, or where's their safety net? Do they go the uninsured?
Excuse me, Congressman. They go to the emergency room typically.
They go to the emergency department. The emergency department is one of the higher costs places to get care, or the lower cost to get care?
Higher.
But the CEOs fired back, noting their operating costs have increased significantly over the past decade. Still, some lawmakers say the companies just pass those costs along to customers, and the proof is in the profits. President Trump is making a big push for his own health care plan that he says will bypass those big insurers and send money directly to individuals. Local news now. Bishop State Community College closed its campus today after receiving a threatening email. Police say it's affected other campuses all across the country, and it disrupted the school day for about 4,500 students and 200 faculty and staff, according to the college. The Mobile Police Department says investigators are working with the FBI on the threat. And again, the threat is affecting other campuses all across the country, according to police. Courtney Steele, a spokeswoman for Bishop State, says the college acted out of an abundance of caution.
Ultimately, our first priority is to make sure our students and faculty are safe, and so we first communicate with faculty and staff, removing them from the campus, as well as sending out a message letting them know that all we learn will go virtual.
Again, Bishop State wasn't the only school targeted. Morris Brown College in Atlanta also received a similar threat. It issued an emergency alert there, asking students not to come home to campus. The college then lifted the alert a couple of hours later. While Mobile police releasing the name of the victim and suspect of yesterday's homicide that took place on Victor Road, MPD says Mark Price was stabbed to death in his front yard by his own son, Samuel Prince. Police say that Samuel stayed on the scene, and that's where he was arrested. The 19-year-old is being charged with murder. His bond hearing is set for tomorrow. You can see his mugshot in the corner of the screen. Fox 10's Brendan Kirby spoke with a couple of neighbors, and you can hear what they had to say coming up on Fox 10 News at 5.
Here's a look at our radar feature on the free Fox 10 weather app. We've seen some sprinkles move through the area since this morning. We're seeing some in a few of our locations as well. Mississippi counties, Leakesville and Lucille are seeing some rain. Grove Hill is seeing a few showers, as well as Monroeville. But it's not as wet as it's going to be this weekend. We'll get to that in a minute, but let's take a live look outside across the area. Finally seeing some sunshine poke through. You can see those overcast skies, especially past the past the city there as well. That sunshine trying to poke through, but we're going to have mostly cloudy skies and a little bit more clearing as we go into this evening. So temperatures right now, 71 degrees right now in Mobile, 70 in Fairhope, 67 in Pensacola, 69 in Bruton, 54 in Grove Hill, 59 in Leakesville, and 67 degrees over in Destin. Our dew points have gone up a little bit today as we're introducing more moisture ahead of that system that's about to move through this weekend. We are going to be in that more noticeable category, especially a good portion of the Fox 10 viewing area. More northern areas are still in that drier category, but don't worry, y'all are about to feel it too here in a couple of hours or even into tomorrow. So over the next 5 hours, we're going to have mostly cloudy skies into transitioning into overcast skies by the 7 o'clock hour, 65 degrees by 5 p.m. to 61 degrees by 7 p.m. Overall tonight, a warm and mild night, maybe a few passing showers tonight. That's why we have the low chance of rain, around a 30% chance there, but 55 degrees for an overnight low. Very different from the last couple of weekends we've had. And for tomorrow's forecast, showers late in the morning, then we could see some more showers earlier on in the day into the afternoon, then some sunshine by the afternoon. Kind of similar setup as what we saw today, 55 in the morning, then 67 by the afternoon. For your weekend forecast, it's going to be a lot more wet than what we've seen the last couple of days. 50% chance for rain on Saturday, an 80 to 90% chance for rain on our Sunday. Temperatures in the mid 60s overall. You're not going to want to be outside at all this weekend. That's thanks to that winter storm moving through our area. This is going to be a rain event only for our area. As you can see, all of that snow, ice, you name it, is up to our north, well up to our north. And then going into our Sunday, more of that rain starts to push to North Alabama as well. But a lot of this is going to be an ice event for the Tennessee Valley as well as the Carolinas. Snow north of Nashville, and even Mississippi, Louisiana, Arkansas, Texas, Oklahoma are probably going to see winter weather over the next couple of days. And the rain will stick around for some time through our Sunday as colder air starts to settle into the area. So as you can see, ice accumulation is going to be well off to our north and our west. The closest location that probably will see any ice is maybe Hattiesburg. As you can see, nowhere near the Fox 10 viewing area. So for our 7-day forecast, it's going to be a wet one into the weekend. Warmer weather as well settling in. Then behind that front, even colder weather for our Monday and Tuesday. We could even see some cold weather advisories or even extreme cold on Monday night as well as Sunday night due to frigid temperatures.
All right, Hannah, I know we're not getting snow this time, but a year ago today, the snow was still sticking around after the historic snowstorm that we had. Obviously, yesterday was the 1 year, but people were still playing in the snow at this time last year.
They were. I mean, we were out of school. Like, the entire city was shut down for the most part for an entire week. Definitely interesting for us coming from the Midwest where we're expected to function in that.
Yes, you just dig your car out with your shovel.
You had to dig your car. You had to warm it up 30 minutes before you left. You name it.
For sure. Well, we are still taking a look back at some of those incredible pictures from a year ago, starting off strong with this one from Charlotte. And this is in Tillman's Corner. All 4 of these pictures here. Love the snowman at the start. Just a beautiful blanket of snow in the front yard. Look at that snow on the bench there. So picturesque.
It is. I mean, it is crazy thinking about how much snow we had along the Gulf Coast this time last year. Like, we had more snow than Anchorage, Alaska.
Wow.
At that time. It was insane.
It never gets old to look back on, for sure. This next one is from Lori, and these are her pictures. Oh, I love the cardinal. I love the contrast of the red and the snow. Oh, so beautiful. Looks like her street, most likely maybe a driveway. And then this almost looks like a church or a building of some type.
I was about to say it looks like a church, but the cardinal in the snow is definitely, I feel like,
Yes.
a huge indicator of we don't get snow much down here. This
Right.
is the escape for the birds from the snow.
Oh, it's so many. We just have so many pictures. I wish we could show all of them, but these are just a few that we're able to show today. This next one was submitted by Brandy. Fun times in the snow on January 21st. I love the jump at the beginning.
I do too. That's, I think, how everybody felt. It was just a winter wonderland around the Gulf Coast. Nobody left their houses. They built their snowmans in their yard,
Yeah.
and they bundled up with whatever they could. I don't have my winter jacket here.
Yeah.
I left that back home. So I was in like 3 layers and like my
Right.
sweatsuit from Nike, and
Yes.
I'm like, this is as good as it's gonna
That's
get.
so funny.
And my rain boots.
Oh
Not
my
snow
word. I
boots,
was about
rain
to say, I
boots.
will never forget doing snow coverage last year, and I didn't have my snow boots either. But those rain boots have 0 traction, so I was sliding all over the ice.
They're only
but
good for keeping your feet dry. That's it.
They are, for sure. So many memories. We could go on all day long about this. We'll talk about this a little bit more later on in the newscast today. Hannah, if people want to submit their pictures, how can they do that?
Yes, you can do it from our website, fox10tv.com. You can go to submit photos there, or it's super easy on our Fox 10 weather app. You scroll down to the bottom of the app, and there's a big old button that says submit your pictures and videos here. It's a quick 5-minute step, maybe even less, 5 minutes max to do that. We love seeing what y'all submit.
Yes, we do. It's as easy as that. The time is 3:11 now on your Thursday. We'll be back with much more Fox 10 Live after this.
Committed to you. This is Fox 10 Live.
Welcome back into Fox 10 Live. One of the most famous houses in television history is about to hit the market, Hannah.
According to a source for People, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air house will be listed this month.
So the iconic Los Angeles mansion was used for establishing shots of Uncle Phil's house in the 90s iconic sitcom.
It's unknown what they're asking for the listing price.
Yeah, the house last sold in 1978 for $732,000. So I can only imagine what that price
I was
would
about
be
to say,
today.
if that was in the 70s, and that's a pretty hefty price.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess a few million.
I kind of like it though.
I do too.
I mean, the interior is so fun. I love the vibrant colors. To be a fly on the wall there, truly.
I mean,
If the
yes,
walls
especially
could
because you
talk.
would live there for free.
True. I love that. That'll be neat to see who purchases it in the coming days. Oregon Zoo welcomes a new polar bear.
3-year-old Khalik is in the Oregon Zoo's Polar Passage habitat.
So Khalik was born at the Toledo Zoo in November of 2022 and moved to St. Louis just last year.
He weighs more than 700 pounds, and the supervisor for marine life at the Oregon Zoo says Khalik could weigh around 1,100 pounds when he's fully grown.
Wow, the zoo also says Khalik is playful and curious, as you can see on your screen there, and loves to smell anything he can get his nose around.
Aw.
What a cutie.
I want to bring him home. Do you
I
think he would like
know.
Mobile?
He's so sweet. I'm wondering, so he came from the St. Louis Zoo, right?
Yes.
I'm wondering if I saw him because, so growing up, my family had season passes to the St. Louis
Yeah.
Zoo. Arguably, in my opinion, the best zoo in the country. It's free admission. They have an amazing variety of animals, but I'm pretty sure I've seen this bear before because I went just last year.
Oh, then maybe. I just
Yeah.
think he's so, look at him. He's precious. He's got his little nose going towards everything. I
They're
love
so
them.
cute. Another day of, would this be acceptable to have in my house?
Right.
Right.
A new friend for Stormy, question mark.
Right. A new challenge for the month of January has some Americans, though, pulling back on spending.
A report from the Wall Street Journal says some Americans are going the entire month without buying anything other than essentials.
Wow. The report cites data from accounting firm PricewaterhouseCoopers that says back in December,
Google searches for what's being called No Buy January soared to a 5-year high, with Gen Z and millennials leading the way.
a NerdWallet survey of more than 2,000 Americans also found
More than 25% say they have tried not to buy anything in January.
and then 12% say they joined in on the growing trend for the very first time this year.
The survey says a big reason people are choosing to participate is because they feel like prices are too high right now.
I would greatly benefit from this.
Would as well. Honestly, I am doing that at this moment because after
you?
Christmas, my my bank account needs
True.
it, honestly.
Me doing this not because I have a choice.
Right,
because
I'm doing this not by choice, so I'll join the survey as, you know, unable to participate because I need to do it anyways. But here's a look at your weather forecast. Current conditions right now over in Mississippi on our Scarlet Pearl camera. 69 degrees with sunny skies out there. Slight wind out of the southwest around 7 miles per hour. And for your evening planner, mostly cloudy skies. We could see a rogue shower or two, but overall temperatures are going to continue to go into the 50s. 62 degrees by 6 o'clock, then 60 degrees by 8 p.m. In forecast lows tomorrow morning on the mild side, above average. We'll be with a low of 55 in Mobile, 58 in Pensacola, 57 in Crestview, 54 in Bruton, 49 in Grove Hill, 50 in Chatham, and 53 degrees over in Lucedale. As you make your way out the door tomorrow morning, might want to have that umbrella in hand just in case. Maybe not necessarily the rain gear, because if you do get caught in a shower, they're going to be extremely brief. And we can see that in the early morning hours, then overcast skies going into the afternoon, 57 degrees by 8 a.m., then into the 60s by 10 a.m. with a northerly wind around 10 miles per hour. So for tomorrow afternoon's forecast, northerly winds around 9 miles per hour, 65 degrees by 2 o'clock. And 64 degrees by 4 p.m. Mostly cloudy skies, could see a slight breeze and a lingering shower during the lunchtime hours ahead of the system moving through that is bringing us our winter storm this weekend. So this is a look at the GFS. As you can see, mainly sleet and freezing rain well off to our north. We will see some rain develop across the area on our Saturday evening. Most of that sleet and freezing rain staying well off to our north in northern Mississippi, northern Alabama, as well as Georgia, off to the Carolinas, as well as the Tennessee Valley and way off to our west as well in Louisiana, in Oklahoma and Texas. As you can see, we're only seeing green for our area, so this is only going to be a rain event for the Fox 10 viewing area. Only rain. This is all going to be off to our north. The winter weather expected, but really cold temperatures right behind. So winter weather alerts right now. A good portion of the southeast is under a winter storm warning. The other portion under a winter storm watch. And as we go on throughout our day, we're going to keep tracking this winter storm going into this weekend and the cold temperatures that will be approaching next week.
Well, another very special edition of the Big Friday Kickoff podcast just dropped last night, and my friend sports director Emily Cochran joins me now to talk all about it this afternoon.
Yeah, I'm super excited about this, Ashlyn. Now, this week we revealed part 2 of our all-region team. Now, this is huge. A lot of hard work went into this.
Yeah.
Robert Restano and I broke down our 1A through 4A all-region offenses, defenses, special teams, and honorable mentions from St. Michael and Jackson down to Leroy and McIntosh. This is the best from all 4 classifications, and they're all recognized. And these choices, well, they were a lot harder than some people might think.
This was a lot more fun and also a little more difficult putting together because you have so many players that play multiple positions once you get down to these lower tiers. It was really about just identifying the players that we wanted to highlight and finding slots for them. I mean, it was, you know, it's a lot of like, okay, I can put him here and here. Does it make more sense to put him here so that I can put so-and-so here?
Yeah, and last week we released our selections for 7A through 5A and the 30 best freshmen. You can find each episode on our website, fox10tv.com, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe so you can be notified when the latest episode drops.
All right, awesome, Emily. We're super excited for this. A lot of other good stuff is coming up next week, too, as well, right?
Yeah, this is going to be an actually very crazy busy week. It's Senior Bowl week. A lot of the players are going to be coming into town early, like Hannah talked about that weather. So they're going to have to get here early so that, you know, they're not getting delayed to get here for practices and interviews. Huge week for them. And then Tuesday night, we also have our Player of the Week banquet at Moe's Downtown at 6 o'clock. And we're going to be revealing our Player of the Year.
Oh, I'm so excited to hear that news.
Yes.
Really, for you, the culmination of an incredible season.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm super excited to recognize all of our players and ultimately pick our very best out of Region 1. So I'm super excited. Going to be a great week.
Yes, I've loved listening to your podcast as well. I will say this, Emily, I have very limited knowledge of football, but I go on there, I listen, and I'm very entertained. So you guys are killing it.
Yeah. You're one of our viewers. I love that.
I love it. Adding to the views. Awesome
Thank you.
stuff. Thank you for watching Fox 10 Live on this Thursday. It's 3:22, leaving you with a live look into downtown Mobile. We'll be back after this. All right, welcome back. Today's question of the day: what is your favorite memory from the historic 2025 snowfall? Hannah, starting with this one.
This one is from April Collier Warner. Built a snowman with my then 3-year-old and the neighbor's kid, but we didn't have a carrot for the nose. So the neighbor's kid went into their house and brought back a yellow jalapeno and said, that's it, the best we got. My dad then brought out red grapes for us to use as eyes and a mouth. My 3-year-old was into it until she decided she was hungry and started to eat the grapes right off the snowman.
What a story. That was a novel. That was hilarious.
I was like on the edge of my seat, like, oh my gosh, where is this going?
Next?
What's going to happen?
Very innovative of your family to do, by the way. I love the creativity. This next one from Serena Blue. My kids playing in the snow. Being from Montana, I grew up with snow, but my kids never experienced it. My oldest was 3 months when we moved to Gulf Shores, so it was special to see them doing what I did my entire childhood. So true, us being from the Midwest, watching our friends see it.
I know. Meanwhile, we were like, are we done yet?
Right. For sure. This next one is fun. Ansley says making ice cream with the snow.
Oh my goodness. I don't know if I would do that. I get the point as to why, but I would not do that.
Listen, you get fresh snow, you add some vanilla, add some sugar, add some milk. It's actually pretty delicious. We did this.
I know it's delicious, but I'd rather buy ice cream.
Yeah, Publix ice cream tastes a little better. This next one is from Rebecca.
This one says, when it melted, it went away. Yes, me too, Rebecca.
And Hannah, I think you guys are on the same page there. Again, so many incredible memories. We loved hearing your memories, seeing all of your pictures. Please keep sending them in because we are still a year out from that historic day. Thanks for watching Fox 10 Live. We'll be back with more Fox 10 News at 4. Really quickly, what was your favorite memory?
Honestly, my roommates, they're all from the South, and that was the first time they've ever experienced, so they built a snowman in our front yard.
Nothing like it.
Came and got me so they could show each step.
So much fun. Thanks for watching Fox 10 Live. We will see you soon.